On behalf of the National Hispanic Sales Network and our board, we'd like to welcome you to the 2009 NHSN Career Night.
Well, have you ever heard the term preaching to the choir? I guess as a sponsor, it's my pleasure to welcome the other sponsors that are here supporting NHSN and to support this organization that we know is having a tremendous impact in the Chicagoland community and nationwide, and helping to build strong connections for both companies looking for talent and talented people looking for companies.
We're looking for individuals that are excited about being in business for themselves but not by themselves. We're looking for individuals that are driven and have a plan for success. We want to work with you to build that plan, and then we want to stand shoulder to shoulder with you as you implement that plan for your success, not only for yourself but also to take care of your family.
Dr. Rodriguez also serves as a consultant for several major corporations, helping develop proactive strategies in leadership development, change management, and diversity initiatives. Please help me and welcome Dr. Robert Rodriguez.
We all say the same things, right? As an organization, we only hire the best and the brightest, right? That's what every organization just about says, and if you look at their websites, a lot of them will say that. But if we believe that, that means that those individuals who are truly bright and really good at what they do, they have choices, right? So the organizations here today are trying to convince you why, if you're a really bright individual, why you should work for them and not somewhere else. So for the rest of us, you know, I think it's our job to help them out to say, well, what is our brand as an individual? The best ways to tap into the Latino consumer is to have Latino professionals on staff, right? You know, who knows the Latino consumer psyche better than another Latino or Latino? What I really want to focus on today is this branding concept. What is making this branding phenomenon kind of stick around? None of these organizations here today can offer you lifetime employment. They shouldn't be offering you that because they can't make that promise. But we're finding that those days of an individual working at one company their entire career just doesn't happen as often as it used to. Every one of us changes jobs, changes companies on average about every 4 years. By a show of hands, how many of you think you're going to retire from the organization you're with today? What we're starting to see is we are always on the market. So I'm hoping what I teach you today will help you not only more effectively brand yourself, but if you do a good job of it, you'll have more career opportunities and you won't necessarily have to look for another employer to provide those. If you do a good job of branding yourself, you're more likely will have more options within your own organization. When I talk to some organizations and say, well, Robert, why would I do that? Why would I invest in my people and develop their skills and capabilities only for them to leave, right? And I look at them and I say, well, you know, the counter argument doesn't make much sense. Right? That's what ultimately a brand is, right? Is you making a promise. That's what these organizations are doing, right? They're saying, hey, if you come work for us, we promise you this, 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 and this. And we have to ask ourselves, who's willing to buy what I'm willing to sell, what I want to sell? Who wants to buy my labor? In order to help you find more suitors for people who want the skills and capabilities that you have to help them out. You have to develop a brand promise. Because I see a lot of very generic brand statements. I say, so what's your promise? I ask people. And what do I hear? Well, I'm a hard worker. I'm a fast learner. I'm good with people. I pay attention to details. I get results. I just get a big yawn when I hear those. Because guess what? That's what everybody else is promising. So by having a brand promise, you take more ownership in that. And you help control what it is you're known for how you're viewed. Some of us, you know, think this, right? Hey, if I'm, you know, all I'm going to do is put my nose down, bust my ass, and I'll get noticed. Right? If I just do good work, I'll be recognized. I don't want to stick out, I'm not big on being visible, right? In this economy, in this market, the last thing you want to have happen is when your name pops up on a talent review or succession planning or a reduction in force list and people say, who's Robert Rodriguez? Right? What's he do? And if you take this approach, it's not very proactive. If you take that approach, you're relying on other people to know who you are. Having a strong brand means that you'll stick out. And that's what you want.